The storm finally passed. Rain slowed to a whisper. The wind let go. Inside, the room was dim and warm. The rescued kittens were wrapped together, tiny bodies rising and falling in sleep. Safe. The orange dog lay nearby, still alert, ears half up, guarding without being asked. The orange cat stayed close to the kittens, grooming them gently, counting each breath with quiet care. No one played. No one moved much. This wasn't the time for energy. This was the time for staying. At one point, a kitten whimpered softly in its sleep. The cat pressed closer. The dog shifted just enough to block a draft. Neither of them looked at each other. They didn't need to. They already knew their roles. Outside, the village was quiet again. Inside, something stronger than the storm remained. Peace. That night, fear didn't come back with the darkness, because courage had stayed. And love. Love kept watch until morning. The storm was over, but their care stayed awake. Morning arrived quietly. Soft light slipped through the window, touching the floor where the storm had left its memory behind. The kittens stirred first, tiny paws stretching, small sounds filling the room. They were warm. They were dry. They were safe. The orange cat lifted his head and watched them closely. No fear in his eyes now, only care. Nearby, the orange dog stood and stretched, then sat back down again. Guarding wasn't urgent anymore. The cat groomed one kitten's head, then another. The dog lowered his nose so the kittens could sniff him, slow, gentle, patient. No rushing, no pressure, just introductions. The sunlight grew brighter, and the room felt different than the night before. Lighter, calmer. This wasn't just survival anymore. This was the beginning of something new. A family formed not by blood, but by who stayed during the storm and who welcomed the morning together. And I realized some rescues don't end when danger passes. They begin when the light returns. The storm was gone, and a new story had begun. The room felt different now. Not careful, not heavy, alive. The kittens had grown a little braver overnight. Tiny paws explored the blanket. Small hops turned into clumsy jumps. The orange cat watched closely at first, alert, protective. The orange dog lay nearby, head resting on his paws, eyes soft. One kitten rolled onto its back. Another pounced. The cat tilted his head, then did something unexpected. He tapped the floor gently with his paw. An invitation. The kittens froze, then rushed toward him. The dog lifted his head, surprised, then wagged once. Slow, careful. The cat darted away just enough to be chased. The kittens followed, tumbling over each other. The dog joined by lowering his body, crawling instead of standing tall, making himself small, safe. No fear, no urgency, just learning how joy works again. The cat showed them when to stop. The dog showed them how to be gentle. And in that shared play, something healed quietly. The storm was no longer the last thing they remembered. Laughter, in its own small animal way, had taken its place. That day, play returned, and fear stayed gone.